Hi travelers, Tara here. This is your elemental water for December 2016. I recorded this earlier, the whole video, and for some reason I only got the video and not the audio, so I'm having to re-record this. This is for Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. This is general and it will not resonate with everyone. That does require a personal reading. We are using the Radiant White deck. We are clarifying with La Vida Sibila, and then we will further clarify should we need to with the regular deck of playing cards. Let me get another shuffle on these La Vida Sibilas. I think it's time for me to order some more. I usually order them 3 decks at a time because they sell out. When the stores get them in stock, they just sell out. So I try to buy them 3 decks at a time. And that way I'm just not stuck with the deck of cards. So I might just open up the new deck and let these rest. Anyway, let's go ahead and get the cards down. I've already done a bit of pre-shuffling and meditation. Do know that Mercury is going to station direct on December 6th. He will be coming from 26, 27 Scorpio, and then he's got to travel all the way back up to 13 degrees Sagittarius, where he was when he went retrograde. Okay. Now, let's put the cards down. We have a 2 of Cups. Here is a King of Wands. So I don't know if you're dealing with the King of Wands, a fire sign male, whether you're same-sex or heterosexual, whomever's going to take the role of the male. So this would be an Aries, Leo, and or Pisces. Aries, Leo, and or Sagittarius. Oh, there's a Tower card. Well, you know, Uranus is sitting in Aries. It retrograded back. But we also have the movement of Mars into Pisces. Now, the Tower is about that idea of something that can no longer stand. The energy can't be upheld. It's not built on a firm foundation anyway. The foundation's kind of leaky. And this could be that idea of a sudden shock or some kind of upheaval and or chaos. Sometimes this card, the Tower, can be the idea of that aha moment. Okay, I got it now. There's a 2 of Pentacles, so I have 2 2s. There's a 3 of Cups, so now I have 2 cups, a pentacle, a wand, and a major arcana card. Here is a 7 of Pentacles. So whatever this thing is, this 3 of Cups that's in the center, that's right in the center, there's a 5 of Pentacles in between them. 5s do speak to changes, right? But the 5 of Pentacles, you know, the card where you see the woman and the kid walking in the snow, that can be the idea. I have seen one of the very, very old ancient interpretations from Mathers and Etiela are girlfriend, the mistress, someone you can count on in times of trouble. But it implies that someone feeling lonely and in the wilderness, maybe left out, maybe just kind of wandering around, lost and bereft when help is right there. So I find it interesting that 5 Pentacles would come between these 2 cards. It is an increase, however. It goes from a 2 to a 7. So there's 5 cups. So something changes, okay? And that's what, and changes, 5s typically represent changes that you have no control over. So for someone, this could be the idea of a financial change, but perhaps in a way that financial change kind of frees you up and liberates you. Let's see what the rest of the cards say. There's the Hermit, the Chariot, there's our Virgo and Cancer. There's the 8 of Pentacles. And then there's a Page of Wands. Now there are 2 court cards here, a King of Wands and a Page of Wands. Then I have 1, 2, 3 major arcana cards, 2 cup cards. We go from a 2 to a 3. And then I have 3 coins. So we go from a 2 to a 7 to an 8. Underneath the deck is an Ace of Wands. Well, now I have 2 7s here. Okay. The Chariot is a 7. And I have 2 2s here. It is this odd Hermit. And the reason why I say that is he is assuming the same posture, pretty much, as this individual on the 7 of Coins. Pondering. Now, Virgo is the house of work, service, and duty. Work, service, and duty to others. But also work, service, and duty to yourself. Are you investing time in those things and getting back a return, waiting for the harvest to come in? This is and I think for someone it is an illumination of something, and it is a momentary pause. This is what 7s represent. They represent a moment when there is an internal conflict where we need to take a time out and kind of either rest or try to get to the truth of something for ourselves. We see, however, that after a moment of this, we get, or this individual gets themselves together and they marshal their forces, so to speak, and they go to work on something. Now, this Page of Wands can be a message. Sometimes it's indication of a new spiritual journey. In other words, it's maybe somebody, we see these two, this idea of, because the Hermit is not only a scholar, he's a teacher as well. But it's also that spiritual, what is the real meaning of this? That's kind of what the message that's coming off of this Page of Wands. Over this whole reading is an Ace of Wands. Right? So let's take a look at what the two twos typically mean. The need for harmonious, the need for a choice and harmonious communication. Harmonious changes in communication and the need to make a choice. And maybe that's what we're doing. There's our 2 of Coins, 2 of Cups. The way I feel is different from what I'm doing or what I've got going on. I'm trying to balance this right now. And then I have 2 7s. Self-confidence issues may cause instability in the relationship. Well, love and money equal, are 2 sides of the same coin when it comes to love. So, let me take a look at the other meaning of the 2 2s and the 2 7s. If I'm not mistaken, 2 2s to love a commitment and or an engagement. Like I said, the Tower's not always a negative card. Not always. And then let me take a look at the 2 7s. This is also about making a choice. 2 7s appear together can warn of false friends. Wow. That's that change that I'm speaking about. I don't see the Devil card here. You know what I mean? No, I don't know if this is a temptation kind of an issue or not. Let's take a look at these cards next to these three major arcana cards here. This Two of Cups. I think the only thing it talks about is being next to the Lovers and the Nine of Cups and to the Tower. There it is. It tells of adjustments or readjustments needing to be made within a personal relationship. This could be caused by unexpected circumstances and changes, or because of stress or pressure caused by waiting for expected news or information. Maybe that's what happens, and this 3 comes in to do that. Isn't that interesting? I never knew that. Let me read it again. Two of Cups next to the Tower. It tells of adjustments or readjustments needing to be made within a personal relationship. This could be caused by unexpected circumstances and changes. Well, from here to here, there's a change. Or because of stress or pressure caused by waiting for expected news or information. Well, we see there's a timeout of contemplation here, and then suddenly, slowly but surely, things start to move. Okay? Let's take a look at this Two of Pentacles here. It's quite enigmatic, that. To see if this Two of Pentacles can tell us anything. The Hanged Man, the Ace of Pentacles, the Ace of Swords, with the Ace of Wands, foretells of favorable employment opportunities. Wow. Work, service, and duty. But maybe it's going to be a job that requires that you work that solitary, that you're alone, that you don't work around people or with people. Maybe this is the idea of working for yourself, becoming self-employed. Sometimes I've seen that card show up like the self-employment card. Okay? Literally. Let's take a look at this Three of Coins. I'm sorry, Three of Cups. We go from a 2 to a 3. That's it. Doesn't tell me anything. Go back to the Pentacles. 7 of Pentacles. With the Wheel of Fortune. 9 of Cups. 9 of Cups. The Empress. The Emperor. Nope. Okay. Now let's look at this 8 of Pentacles. This is quite intriguing. Water signs. The High Priestess. It's not with 3 other pentacles. It's with 2 other pentacles. That makes the 3rd pentacle itself. With 4 of the pentacles next to 3 Swords cards. There's nothing. Now, I'm going to take a look. No, that's it. That's all I can look at. So there's something that comes. Maybe this is the idea. You know, maybe this could be talking about maybe the company that you work for. Something goes wrong at work. That's a structure. It's the only man-made structure in the tarot. I'm just not sure what that is telling me. I don't know if this is a sudden split up, but it tells us that this is a change in a personal relationship. It doesn't necessarily say a romantic relationship, although that is the implication of the Two of Cups. But it can simply be that type of relationship. Well, let's just go to it and see. Let's look at this Taurus card. This could be some kind of sudden loss in finances all of a sudden, you know. Definitely the Two of Pentacles can be about working 2 jobs or trying to make ends meet, juggling lots of things, and trying to not drop any balls. But this 3 of Cups in the center just falls in a really strange place. It's like, yeah, you got something to celebrate. It just stands out to me, along with this odd Hermit card. But I want to look at this letrato, the discovery, the man of letters, science. So it's like somebody's top being knocked off. Aha, they get it. Loyalty and fidelity. Maybe this is the recognition of what does this thing really mean. Oh. And the Lamante male, requited love. Wow. Let's look at this Hermit. Those are 2 odd cards. Maybe it's saying whatever somebody thought they knew about a 2 of Cups, suddenly it's changed. The whole idea of it has collapsed. Okay? It doesn't say, it's a bad thing. Like I said, it could be the idea that, aha, they get it now. And what they thought they knew before doesn't apply anymore. Belvedere. Great planning and foresight. So we see this contemplation, somebody thinking. Now they're looking ahead. That's not a bad card to be moving towards this direction. Something new. But there's an anxiety and a worry about it. Which is also kind of a Virgo energy. You know, going over something and going over something and going over something. But then we see with this Cancer card that finally somebody gets a hold of their emotions. What other card can I look at here? Let me look at this 2 of Pentacles. It's the tears and the worry. Looking ahead to something new, but it just speaks to anxiety. And maybe that's really what the cards is saying, is that it's somebody is making a change or about to make a change or is coming to a decision. You know, this 2 sevens about the fake friends. Let's take a look at that. I'm going to look at this 2 of coins here. Fortuna. Well, that's an interesting card to fall on the 2 of Pentacles. The Melancholia. Okay, well, the wheel is turning, but really it's the same old thing, right? The Costanza. So it's saying that that's the way it's been. Perhaps it's back and forth, or being all at sea, or not having enough money, or trying to juggle too many things at once. The wheel going back and forth. Now let me look at this 3 of, because it falls right in the center here. This is one of those readings where I don't quite know what the cards are really saying to me. But they're telling me that there is some kind of movement coming, slowly but surely. And whatever that message is, sometimes when you get an 8, that tells you that if there's a message you've been waiting on, it's going to come in. Now we see it here. But it's almost as though it doesn't even have any influence on any of this stuff. It's like after the fact. I don't know if that makes any sense. Let's see. The Yadro. On top of the 3 of Cups. The Allegrezza al Cuore. Theft of goods and services. Something celebrated. Something that made you... But it comes at a cost? See those 3 cards? Something negative happens around this celebration or this event. Perhaps this is an event. Something, and somebody's now got to think over it. It's almost as if the cards are saying they're trying to do something, but it doesn't quite turn out right. They've got to go back to the drawing board, so to speak. And they're a bit worried about something. This is really kind of a strange reading. I want to pull cards. The Pensiero, meditation and the thought. The thought of, it's saying that what has happened to them before, they ended up losing a lot. Something was stolen from them. Happiness of the... They're thinking that over now. Okay? They're thinking about perhaps what has come before. If this is somebody that you're dealing with, and this would be a fire sign male, even though it could be any sign, I think the individual may be worried. Like if they take too long, you're gonna... The fact that you're moving ahead or you're planning something new gives them worry. I'm not sure if that's what the cards are telling me, but that just came to me. Let's look at this. I'm going to pull 3 cards on this group. 8 of spades, 10 of clubs, 7 of spades. Okay, let's go ahead and pull 3 cards on this. They don't look good. 6 of diamonds, King of hearts, and the Ace of diamonds. Well, okay. Well, I'm waiting for this to open up. Oh, I don't even have to do that. How about that? Hold on. Let me close that down. I don't need that. What I need is this other thing. I found this other book. Very, very obscure book. Old book. And so while we're waiting on that to load up, we're going to look at these cards here. The 8 of spades. Temptation. Well, remember I said I didn't see the devil, but there's some kind of negative change that kind of, in a sense, kind of interrupts this. It says temptation, misfortune, danger, and upsets. this speaks to business success. Good luck with money. A trip taken now may result in a new friend or love interest. Now, I don't know if what this is telling me I don't know. Let me Yep, business success, although there may be problems with the opposite sex. A change in business that may have been expected or earned, such as a promotion. So whatever this event or this celebration thing is, okay, it creates a bit of havoc for someone. Maybe it's work related. Okay, hold on, let me get a gander at this Six of Diamonds, which falls on the Hermit card. Now this says relationships, problems, arguments, and also can portend a separation. So we're looking at this King of Hearts here. Now, typically he represents a fair-haired man or a gray-haired man with a good nature, or somebody with water predominating his signs. His chart. It says he's fair and gives helpful advice. He's affectionate and caring. He does things without talking a whole lot, and his actions revealed his kindness and his concern. With the Ace of Diamonds, it says a change, a message, often about money and usually good news. So something goes wrong and then it kind of rights itself. We see that here. Now that's kind of an interesting. Now let me give you another interpretation, and then I have a third one. Okay, now, see, this is a totally different interpretation, so this is why I give it. It falls on a card of happiness and celebration, but then we see this theft of services or goods. So, the second interpretation says, and I'm going to give you a third one. It says the Eight of Spades is a joyful card. Now, I've never heard that before, so I'm just going to read it. It indicates contentment, happiness, and rest. Now, if we want to, we can say it's the Eight of Swords. Okay, but I don't know. It says that you will deserve this as you have worked hard to achieve a degree of material success. That's something goes wrong here. It says that you are advised to make the most of this card, but not spend too long enjoying the pleasures it provides. It says some people are inclined to wallow in the pleasures and forget about their responsibilities. Here's this Ten of Wands. I'm sorry, Ten of Clubs. Now, I'm going to be honest. I have not heard that particular meaning with this Eight of Spades. But, you know, I'm going to throw it out here because I try to give people as many interpretations as possible. You're like, well, that could be confusing me. No, if you recognize the situation, you'll understand it. It says the Ten of Clubs relates to new beginnings. It is a 10. It says you're likely to be planning new directions, but you are reluctant to let go of the past. The new directions will mark a major change, but your enthusiasm and energy will ensure that the efforts will pay off in time. It frequently relates to confusion by the inability to separate work from home. And that could be what that thing is. See how that works? You know, I could have happiness of the heart, but that means I'm going to lose money. Or I don't have enough money to have happiness of the heart. That's exactly what that could be saying. And let's look at this 7. And then I'm going to give you one final interpretation that I found in this book. what am I looking for? The Seven of Spades. It speaks to partial success. It says this card can represent frustration, as often you may have worked hard for a long time and will consequently expect more in the way of rewards than you have ultimately received. There you are, waiting for the harvest to come in. It says you will need to step back and reassess the situation, which is what I was saying earlier. It's like after somebody, they get their shit together and then they just kind of move forward. It says you will need to step back and reassess the situation and then move forward again in a slightly different direction. You still need time. You need the time to reflect and think and learn from this experience. It promises a long-term success, but only after a lengthy period of sustained effort. Well, here we are. There you are, working hard again. Or maybe this individual's working hard again. Okay? Now, let me give you the other interpretation. There's a third one coming for both three of these cards. So let me finish these Six of Swords. I've already given you Six of Swords, Six of Diamonds. I've already given you one interpretation about breaking up with this fair-haired guy and all of that. Okay? So, here we go. It says it's a happy card indicating a warm, loving home and family life with reasonable financial security. It says that if this is you, or if it's not you, the person you're dealing with, that you are going to be able to improve the family financial situation, but only if you are prepared to leave the close family environment and seek opportunities elsewhere. It says the cost in terms of home and family life will be high. We already see somebody struggling with that, right? We already see somebody struggling with that. That could be that Cancer, Capricorn thing that we have going on. King of Hearts. Strong, wise, good-natured, fair, open-minded. He may conceal his feelings under a gruff exterior. This is because he finds it hard to express his innermost thoughts and feelings. He's typically considered to be an older man, but that's not necessarily so. It just says that, you know, this is a sign that your life will soon be closely connected, maybe soon closely connected with this man, who could just be a father, a husband, a mentor, a confidant, or even a son. I don't know why you open the door and let him out. The Ace of Diamonds. Related to money coming in, this is extremely positive, as once the money starts, it has a potential to keep on coming. But the meaning is broader than this. Rather than money, it says that you or this individual may be seeking or gaining knowledge, wisdom, and spiritual insight. You could be discovering hidden talents that will ultimately produce money, status, and or recognition. You or this individual is aware of this increased energy and enthusiasm, and it will help you to reach new levels of success. Okay, it talks about building in a practical way to get success, stability, and credit and achievement. I mean, it kind of fits, right? Now, let's look at these cards again. I don't have any repeater numbers in here. I do have these two spades. So let's start with the Eight of Spades. Now, this is more what I know this card to mean. I've never heard this card to say it's a joyous card. I've never heard that before. Okay? It says heavy emotions, but not necessarily in a negative way. Tremendous passion. Feelings of overwhelming heart, extraordinary empathy, and compassion. It could be deciding whether your longing is love or lust or a little bit of both. Okay? It says it's gushy, mushy, and feminine. It's the kind of emotion that a real man would never admit to having. But this card tells you that that's what he's feeling. Now, I go back to that idea of saying the person is thinking back to what happened before. Maybe they're thinking that this opportunity may be taken from them in some way due to something. We don't know. The cards are not... let's go to this Ten of Clubs. See, now this says needless worry and nervousness. which is what I was talking about earlier, right? All kinds of financial opportunities in connection with career change, prosperity, a feeling of well-being that comes from increased self-worth and self-confidence. Now, I find that to be striking because the 2-7 say that there's some kind of self-confidence issue happening here. It says a feeling of well-being that comes from increased self-worth and self-confidence manifested in career and in relationships. So somebody's weighing up something. Oh, actually, no. I'm reading the 6 of Diamonds. Sorry. I'm tired. Yeah, here we go. Sorry about that. Unhappiness in the home. Personal dissatisfaction. A lack of privacy. No inner or outer harmony. Something is troubling you. That's what that is. I think this person is going through some kind of major change in their life. You know, I always talk about love and money being two sides of the same coin. That energy keeps resonating off of these cards for this. Now let me look at this 6 of Diamonds. Again, this speaks to increased financial activity. It says invest, make the deal. It's money movement time. So this could be 6 days, 6 weeks, 6 months, even 6 years. Now, I do know December 6th, Mercury is going to be stationing direct in Scorpio. Here's the King of Hearts. Where is he, that King of Hearts? Fair-haired man over 40. Blue eyes, either hair gray or blonde. Can sometimes represent an air sign individual, but can basically represents all sympathetic and loving men. But there's something else happening here, particularly with these 3 sets. Somebody looking ahead. I don't know if this card, this anxiety or fear, is from you or it's from this king. And I kind of sense it might be more so from this particular king. This speaks to travel out of state, trips and moves. Can be linked to offers and opportunities. 1 day, 1 week, 1 month, or 1 year. So something is about to happen, and if I'm going to take the 6 days to the 1 week, I think something's going to change. Now, because this can sometimes be talking about taking a trip. It's not always what you get, but it can represent a car, a vehicle. Okay? Now, oh, my hand's itching. Let's pull a Romance Angel card, and that just flew out the deck. Well, there you go. The card says, make the effort. Great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. I don't know if that's about you or if it's about this King of Wands here. I don't know. So let's pull one angel answer. So formulate your question. It says abundance. Now, there are lots of ways to have abundance. It's not just about money. It is about having the fullness thereof, right? It could be having great health, or it could be having lots of friends, or having a good, family unit around you, or excuse me, abundance can be anything. So let's see. I want to first look at make the effort. Okay, card says, You receive this card because some action steps on your part are necessary in order for your prayers about your love life to be answered. The angels have opened the doors for you, and now it's time for you to walk through them. This is about healing something of the past. The first thing that comes to mind with respect to taking action is a good starting place. When you ask for spiritual help, you always receive it. Often this comes in the form of intuitive guidance, which consists of repetitive feelings and thoughts. You get the sense that you should do this or that. You receive this card as a nudge to actually take that action. You'll then receive the next piece of the puzzle, meaning another intuitive message about what to do. If you like, you can ask the angels to give you the motivation, courage, time, and energy to take these steps. And know that each step takes you closer upon the pathway of great love. Now, I think what they're saying is you already are being prompted about what you should be doing, right? And once you do that, or if you're being prompted to do something, once you take that action, then another piece of the puzzle will fall into place for you. Then you'll get another hint about what you should do next. And maybe that's that stillness card that I am picking up on. All right, abundance. Great abundance will find its way into your life. Your plans will yield prosperity, providing a sense of security about the future. Your angels will be with you as you take the actions necessary to manifest your dreams. Abundance is not always financial in nature. You may be seeking to manifest new ideas, a large circle of friends, vibrant health, or romantic love. This can also reflect on an inflow of any type of these types of treasures into your life. Open your arms to heaven to receive with gratitude that which you desire. And this could be the idea, now that I'm reading that somebody, maybe the fake friends that they're around, this is really stealing a joy from them. And they're thinking about that. What do they really want? What really makes them happy? That's that spiritual aspect that I was speaking about when I first spoke about that Page of Wands wear. So anyway, water signs, that's what I have for you for December. I hope those messages helped. Until next time, I see you guys when there's an open reading, whenever that's going to be for December. Namaste.